Hello and welcome to another update video about MATIC. On the MATIC chart, we are still looking at a very painful structure. It looks very much tortured, especially this area down here. So the idea is obviously still, that MATIC could be in this bullish structure, a so-called 1-2 setup. But I also mentioned in previous videos the concerns I have about this structure. But again, as long as we are still holding support, there is nothing that is subjectively telling me that I need to adopt an alternative approach. In this video, we want to talk about the structure. We want to talk about the invalidation points. I also want to share with you what a bearish alternative would be. We talked about that before as well, but because not much is happening, so I think it's worth just reminding everybody of what would be suitable alternative scenarios and wave counts if the support region breaks. And you can see the support region on the chart here. It's basically the next support level is at 58.2 cents. Below that, yeah, I've got the 53.7 cent level. I normally don't show that one. That's the 88.7 fib level. I did add that in one of the recent videos with you together. The only reason why I show that is because we're already so deep in support, deeper than many other coins, yeah, deeper than DOT, deeper than Link, deeper than ADA, even ADA. And there is not much more space before this structure gets invalidated, okay? Because the invalidation point is down there around 49.5 cents. And as long as that's holding, technically speaking, this 1-2 setup, which means 5 waves up in wave 1, the 5-wave structure gives us the let's say the 5-wave structure gives us the idea of the trend. Where's the trend going? And then we have a pullback, okay, which is a corrective pullback, WXY. Now the problem I have is we have an overshooting X wave. I could label that possibly as a B wave as well, A, B, C, different ways of counting. But then if we have an overshooting corrective wave, the strength of decline is quite profound for that. That was one of the concerns. But yeah, essentially, this is the area where I'd like to see the price reverse. I am not very confident MATIC is going to do it, but I still give it the benefit of the doubt. And I see higher potential on some of the charts that are not so deep in support, like DOT, Link, maybe even ADA, right? Because they are still holding higher in their relevant support areas. It's just that it doesn't take that much to invalidate this structure. That's the main problem. Looking at the short term before we go to the longer time frame, and I'm not saying it's not doing it, right? This is my primary scenario, so I'm looking for higher prices, but I also always need to mention what my concern is about a structure, right? So it's all about the risk and the opportunities as well, reward and risk. The risk, by the way, I mean, if we talk about probabilities, yeah, I'm still leaning towards bullishness, okay? So that's the thing. But first of all, this correction is obviously boring and a bit draining. Again, don't get yourself drained. I mean, just either trade the range and keep it interesting by printing USDTs, by trading the range, which is so well defined. You see that range just on the chart. It's just a price range, yeah. But yeah, while probabilities, are maybe not as clear as on some of the other charts, the risk is quite low here, actually. I mean, from a risk point of view, risk to where you would set a stop loss, which would be, if you trade the short term, probably below the red line, because that's the invalidation point for the direct bullish scenario, or below the lower red line, compared to where it should go. I mean, in the next larger wave up, we talked about it many times, like $2 plus. Yeah, I mean, reward to risk ratio is pretty good here, okay? That's the thing. And I'd like it to turn around here, either from here or after one more low. I mean, that's what we've been talking about for months. So I'm still focusing on that, but obviously, like with any analysis, you get the level where the market basically proves the analysis, you could say, wrong, okay? Because that's where I'm leaning to, okay? And also the analysis allows me to understand that we've rallied in 5 waves into the December high. Again, sometimes the market takes the lower probability pathway, and which is why we need to manage risk, because it's all about probabilities, not guarantees. So what I want to see is from here either a rally directly, that is the white count, which is still very much valid as long as we're holding the red line at 63 cents basically, yeah. It's the 1st of May low. This needs to hold to keep the white count alive. Okay, below that level, we're likely in the yellow count, one more low. This is then where it could find support around 58.2 cents or maybe 53.7, even though that's already deeper than I normally want a wave 2 to go. Then we look at the long term. Long term. Here, what I want to share you is primarily an alternative wave structure. So the alternative could be that it's forming a triangle. Yeah. So this white triangle count is possible, that we say, okay, instead of a 1-2-1-2 setup, which is the bullish count we just talked about, it's also possible that this is an A. One second. That it's an A, B, C structure, and this B wave is a triangle, A, B, C, D, E. And then even if we break support now, we could rally in an E wave of a triangle and then break down. This would become more likely if we break below 58 cents, because as I said, a break below 58 cents is basically too deep for a wave 2. It wouldn't rule it out, but I think it would make the triangle count more likely. Yeah, because my view is that a D wave in a triangle is more inclined to break that level than a wave 2 in yellow. I hope that's clear. Obviously, if we break below the red line here on this chart, which is the October 23 low at around 49 cents, if that's broken more directly, I have to assume that we're heading down into the lower support box in yellow between 30 and 14 cents. I think you should have heard it. It's not what I primarily expect, but still something to be aware of as an alternative. And what the next support area would be if we break below that invalidation point. That's my update about MATIC. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.